Podcast and 1130 Entertainment presents Beyond 1130.
Yo, what it do, everybody? It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Oh man, welcome everyone to a new episode of Beyond 1130, episode 5. Appreciate everyone joining me. Man, it's been a long day. I'm just getting situated. Appreciate everyone sticking with me and joining here on this episode of Beyond 1130. If you're new to the show and if you're new to the podcast, definitely do me a huge favor. Hit the subscribe button down below, like it, leave a comment, share it, and don't forget to follow the 1130 podcast on all social media platforms. All right, now that's out the way. I'm together now. I got a full house that's joining me uh, on this episode of Beyond 1130, episode 5, man. We're going to keep the fun, the momentum, the grown folk conversation rolling on on this week's episode, for real. But first and foremost, we're going to bring on my bro, the host of the Beeline Entertainment LLC, my guy, Brian B. What's going on with you, man?
What's good, y'all? Check it out. Thursday night. Back at it.
Back
Thanks
at
for
it
having me,
again,
bro.
man.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no problem, no problem, no problem. We just talking about before we started live, man. It's been a long day. How your day
Yeah.
been?
It's been a long day, bro. It's something about Valentine's Day and it goes nice and everything. And then the next day it's cats and dogs and just ain't meeting one. Sometimes you got to just find your place in the house and just be in it for the day. And
Hey,
that's
you're
been me
right.
today. I ain't going to lie.
Hey, that's what's up. That's definitely what's up. Also, you guys, returning here on Beyond 1130, my girl, Charnel. How's it going?
Going good, going good. I had a long day too, man.
Had a long day too. Everybody had a long
Oh,
day, huh?
Ice all day long.
here's a beer. Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers,
Hey, that's
cheers.
what's up. Hey, I think I'm gonna grab me one in just a bit too, for real. Also, Harley that's joining here on the 1130 podcast, but she's not alone. Harley, what's going on?
Hey, I am here with my emotional support dragon, the love of my life,
Yes.
Gucci Hendrix.
All right,
Okay.
Gucci Gucci.
Awesome.
Hey, what's
Crack a
going on? What's
lacking.
going on? Welcome to the 1130 podcast and Beyond 1130. Appreciate you for coming on. It's gonna be a fun episode, man, for real. It's been a long day, like I said, for all of us. How everyone's Valentine's Day yesterday?
Pretty
Really good.
good.
We don't. Well, I don't say we don't celebrate, right? Because we
Right.
love each other all day, but it's not a big day for us. And we both work, so I was like, look, we got some dinner. We ate together when he got home from work, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I
We
already
didn't
made
do too much. We stayed home.
we can't be, I don't party too hard on the weekdays because I wake up. I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just stay home and just cook some food. And one thing that I'm learning more than anything, getting older, man. Listen, them restaurants spending hundreds of dollars and all that.
For real. For real.
I spent $35 at Walmart yesterday.
Good
And
job.
me, the kids, got an apple
Right.
pie with some ice cream.
That's what I'm talking about.
Restaurants, I ain't even with going out that much no more.
Mm-mm. And
Yeah,
I
you
don't
about
make Valentine's Day a big deal for me, I'm like, buy me some flowers on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter, So, and now what I like is the day after Valentine's Day, then I can go get all my chocolate on sale. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, that's what's up. Valentine's Day was pretty cool, man. Just chill, enjoy some food, and that's about it. And the day after Valentine's Day, you got to get up and do it all over again. Besides the Valentine's Day, though. But
That's
uh,
right.
we're gonna get into it, you guys, man. Appreciate everyone joining us here on Instagram, X, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Beyond 1130, grown folks are talking. We're gonna get into our first topic of the day. Most of us have got kids though, but minus Harley though. Brian, kids. I know you got kids, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Whole
okay,
bunch of
okay, cool. Okay. And of course, I have a 1 year old, and I always told myself, if just any case, possible, if I couldn't have kids, even before now, I wouldn't mind being a stepdad. I told myself I wouldn't mind being a stepdaddy and raising kids or doing it that way. Just if I couldn't, way
Yeah.
before I was in a relationship or whatever. Now you get people who are in these relationships and taking on these kids, and I don't think they have, or not yet. Don't not even think. I don't think they're actually fitting and ready to be in a position to raise kids. I seen this post on social media where a young lady went viral. Of course, everyone going viral for the dumbest reasons nowadays, though. But she went viral, saying she ain't feeding her stepdaughter because it's not her responsibility, though. And I was just having the conversation with my fiance, and I sort of compared this to a story that broke last year, I believe, where the young man bought his son some McDonald's, but did not buy his other siblings McDonald's though. But in this video, just because that's not your kid, and obviously, you're gonna do what's for you and your child though. But
Yeah.
I think it's a little extra for you to go say it's not your responsibility, even though it's not your kid. But damn though, you got a little kid right there. You ain't gonna feed him though. Feed him or her.
Mm.
Yeah, nah. Any
Yeah.
around me is safe. Like I don't care what the responsibility is. I could be beefing with your parent or whoever. I'm gonna make sure any kid around me eat. I feel like that's one of those moments, like you were saying, Dre, where people just going viral to do things that that'll get the reactions. You get paid on Facebook for engagement, so people are saying things that are gonna get them disagreed with because that's gonna be a longer conversation. But I don't see no real actual adult seeing a kid and being like, that's not my job to feed them. Now I understand that. I think me being a step parent, there are parameters, right? Like a childless step parent, you gotta make sure that you are advocating for yourself because I don't know this experience. And I'm very transparent with my partner about it. I'll be like, sometimes I'm like, I don't got it today, you know what I mean? And I gotta be honest with myself about that. And I think he does a really great job of being a father and being like, no problem. That is my responsibility. And he'll step up. But I think, I don't think that people who start dating a person with kids need to feel the kind of weight that society puts on us to step up and be a parent. Like I walked into here deciding to be a mate. I'm not going to make parenting harder for you, but
Right.
I'm not going to make life harder for me trying to parent in your place. Nah. I think it'd be different
Makes
if like
sense.
the mother was absent, but both of his boys have active mothers. I step in whenever I need to. I tell people all the time, I'm a fun mom. I'm a mom 72 hours of the week because I get to be I get to be the good parent, which is crazy
That's
because
right.
I'm actually the bad guy. Him and the moms are the good parents, but I'm the bad guy. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. But I just think it just works. If you got a system that works for you, it works. But any kid around you should be safe.
I agree. I agree. Like there's no way, and I have adopted children and stuff, and so um and 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 not only the ones that when I say I got a bunch of them, like I adopted five, I got two that come from my womb, but I have cared for thousands of children, right? And so if you ask my kids, they got 16, 17, 18 siblings and all that. So a lot of people call me mom. And there's no way that I'm gonna see a child, not let's own a child that belonged to my mate and not make sure they eat. There ain't no way. And I think just as a village, as a community, right? Like something as simple as that, and like, not like you said, Harley, like I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be out here buying, shoes and things, you know what I'm saying, for every kid on the block or nothing like that. But if there's a need and if you with me, right, I'm gonna feed you. Yeah, that's a toddler. You know what I'm saying? Like I might not feed, a 12-year-old, especially if he gets smart, depending on
And
his
it's a
attitude,
girl. It was a boy.
you know,
Man.
in a relationship. But like, yeah, I don't think that's cool. That's not cool at all. Because you can't truly love that parent unless you love their kid too. That's a package that come with them. I
Mhm.
couldn't be with nobody. I wasn't gonna look out for my kids.
All right, Brian.
Yeah. So I saw this video, and it's crazy. It's interesting we talking about it because I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, I would speak on this topic right here, but like Harley said, I definitely think this is just for clicks and shit like that or whatever. But even though it's something out there that's fake, the realness is still there. You know what I'm saying? Even though this is probably fake, there's no doubt about it. There definitely are situations happening right now in the world with stepkids being shitted on and beat and discriminated just because they're not, bro. I know a couple of people who actually it happens to, literally. So yeah, it is a big conversation. Just understanding that, there's just really shitty people out there, man. Um, it is weird. It is weird. You know, the step kid situation can be awkward for people. I do understand people who I didn't have them. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel the same. There's people who don't know how to show love in a lot of different ways. To take on the responsibility of somebody that you want to be sexual with and somebody that you want to be open with and do all that stuff, and then they come with a package that has to be loved and maintained in a completely different way. It's not easy for everybody to accept. So with this video, yeah, I'm like, yeah, she just bullshitting. If you going to fucking take a video of the baby sitting there with tears in her eyes and you fucking chomping on food and she got her ribs showing, then yeah, everybody I'm pretty sure is gonna look at that shit and be like,
Yeah.
"Man, fuck the world. I'm done with this bitch. I'm leaving. I'm going to Mars or something." But I'm saying at the same time, it's like for the people who really are doing that and like living their life where they're mistreating their kids or they're in a situation and they're buying the nice stuff for the ones that they birthed, and then the other one gets the leftovers, or they're cooking the food and then the other one gets whatever's left afterwards. That shit's real. That
And
shit's real, yo.
Mhm.
I've seen grandparents do that to the grandkids
that,
before.
and I'm in the sibling homes with people that's blood related. Like if a mom has a different relationship with, like, people misunderstand the fact that when you have a person that is an individual soul,
Right.
and you can give birth to a person you don't like.
Come on, bro.
Mhm.
Come on,
And
Yeah.
show up in a way, it will show up in a way you discipline. I knew, like, and I didn't realize it until like getting older. I knew my mother did not like my older brother.
Yeah.
And I did not realize that until I got older. And I realized, like, I would get in trouble and it'll be like, "No, baby, don't do that." And then he would get in trouble and he would be like, "Go your ass to the room." And I'm like, "Whoa, you don't like him."
Yeah.
And you had him. But I think that's a real thing. It's like people can give birth to people that they don't like.
You can't say, well,
Mhm.
in that instance, yeah, but sometimes you can't say that because, like me, I'm a hard-headed child. So growing up, you have to be stern and you gotta yell at me to do that because I'm a male. But my sister, you gonna go ahead, hey, baby, you can't do that. Woo. Males is different sometimes, but at the same time, when we talking about feeding a kid, I got 23 siblings. My daddy got lots of kids. Ain't not one of us get treated different. If you want to eat, if it's 4:00 in the morning, he gonna go in there and make you something to eat. It don't matter. Especially a little baby. You can just give her a little piece of something, she good.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, a
Super
girl
uncalled for.
is
But
equal.
like both of you guys are saying, I mean, you do have these situations where it's like, it does suck to realize that is something that is happening in the world. And Harley, to your point, like, for women especially, like, you guys go through different things that men go through throughout pregnancy, throughout having the child, situation. So it's like, you don't know what kind of feelings or envy or emotions that you're having towards the baby in general. It don't even got to be a personal experience. It can literally just be because he is there. You stopped me from going to college when I wanted to. I wasn't expecting it. I was raped. I was this. It's so many different factors because you guys have to create the baby inside of you, hold on to it, and then once it's done, continue its lifespan. If you breastfeeding and if the dad's not there, because that shit. So it's like you guys do have a lot more factors to maybe hold some, envious feelings or whatever. That's why you got postpartum depression. That's why it's a lot of fucking science that goes into it, I'm sure. But yeah, like Gucci said, like you literally, it doesn't mean that everybody's out here doing that, but it is something that we got to understand is going on, man. It's
Yeah.
fucked up.
It is. It is. And I mentioned that because I seen it sometimes. Where it's like, well, that's not my kid, man. I'm not. I ain't responsible for that one. Like, go get the daddy to buy little John and KK some food. Like I'm
Yeah.
taking care of my responsibility within the son. So I don't from me personally, now, being a dad and being a father, I can't see no kid, not eating, regardless if it was his siblings or his cousins or whatever like that. They all gonna eat, but
Yeah.
I definitely like Brian said, it is people out in the world that would just act spitefulness in a way,
Yes.
just because, things not going their way in a way.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, check this out. A lot of people don't even know that I got a stepson, a stepdaughter. Like my daughter, the twins that I've been talking about, 13 and 13. We met together and they were the same age, and they've been growing up the same age. They're 13 now, but nobody would know. And I'm also not one of them dads and stepdads who is on that power trip mission shit to where it's like, no, you're gonna call me dad and blah blah blah, blah. And No, I don't do none of that shit. Because I know I'm
Mm.
not a dad. I was in a situation before everything happened with my situation where my son was being raised with his mom and she would date and I would hope that she'd never do that. No, that's your daddy too. And get the fuck out of here. No, it's not. I'm Brian. I'm awesome sauce. Whatever you want to call me. That's me. I'm
like
taking
I'm
care of
awesome
you like I'm
sauce.
daddy.
awesome sauce.
She called me. We were the first time we met, we went to the zoo with my nieces and my son. And I said something. I was like, "Hey, Rissy, what's up?" And I said, she said, "Oh, I'm doing this." And I said, "Oh, that's awesome sauce." And from that point on, fucking 6 years old to now, she
You've
calls
been
me awesome sauce.
That's
Wow.
amazing. I love that.
Never
That is
wanted to
kind
be
of
daddy, yo.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah, for real.
Never. So you never wanted to be called daddy by her.
Never. No,
Oh,
because she
okay.
has a dad. His dad is, he's got his own shit going on. But I'm not one of them niggas. Like, I'm not. No, I'm the father, and you're gonna. I never understood that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, where it's like you trying to assume a position and make somebody uncomfortable throughout the whole
Right.
fucking entirety.
Thank
Like,
you.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
weird.
good. I'm
It's-
good.
Force the
Mm.
connection. Like I feel like when you're in that role, there's two different ways that you are in that role. You're either that person's parents, like that's my dad's girlfriend, or that's my stepmom. And what's so funny is Gucci has two kids. His older son, because he doesn't live in state, I'm his dad's girlfriend. Like I he doesn't really know me that well. My
Right.
baby though, the one who's here, that's my stepson, and he will tell people like that's my stepmom, and it's a difference. And that relationship, those
Relationship.
because and that had to happen naturally. I don't like people who force that. Like you got to come around me, let's hang out. Like I leave my door open. We can watch movies if you want to, but I hang out in your room because you got to give kids space. Before I do, I can't get rid of the boy. He cuddle with me more than my man do. But that's my baby, you know what I mean? But I had to let him come to me.
But it gotta be, and it starts from parent too. It gotta be respect. So at first, my youngest, he used to call her mom because he been with her since he was 3. He 8 now. He used to call her mom growing up. I say, she had a little problem with it. His mother didn't, because she take care of him and everything. So I'm son, let me let you know, woo, this your mom, but you don't have to call her mom unless you don't want to. You sure, Dad? Yes. Okay, because I really had, not knowing, him himself. I had a problem with that because he's very intellectual. He's so smart. So he brought that to me. Let me know. Okay, the oldest, when he come, hey, this Rika, how you doing? Woo woo. It's a respect thing. As long as you respect, y'all gonna have your own connection anyway. That's my
exactly.
I
Don't gotta be
remember
some power hungry shit.
Yeah. My mom had a boyfriend, the one person most of my life that treated me like his daughter, and I still see him as dad. But I remember me and my siblings, and we had our own dad, right? But I remember me and my siblings getting together and saying, like, we should call him dad, like, because he's being a dad, And we went and had a talk with him and all that. We asked my mom about it. She was like, well, you talked to him about it and all that. And we wanted to call him daddy, right? And so we had a little meeting and all that. We was like, we want to like call you daddy and all that. And he did the compromise. So, okay, well, you have a daddy. How about you just call me dad? That way there's a distinction, right? But we wanted to bestow him with that honor of saying dad, because he was treating us well. He was taking care of mama, you know what I'm saying? So
I respect that
in him. So we was like, man, like he deserved his title. You know what I'm saying? Like, huh? Let me see. I was probably 11-ish, and my siblings are, one is like 2.5 years younger, and the other one is 4.5 years younger.
You can see things because you a kid.
Good
feeling. You did it alone. It wasn't no forceful, nothing. It just happened.
None of that. Yeah. And he was a protector. Like, I remember one night, they used to have their little parties and stuff like that. And I'm sitting outside pouting like a teenager because, you can't be in grown folk business. And, and one of the guys at the party came out and was going to was sexually harassing me. Basically, he put his hand on my leg and how you doing and all that. And I'm like, if you don't get your hands off of me. But I remember the next day
that motherfucker
telling it, because I wound up going inside, going to my room, close the door and all that. But next day I told my mom about it. My mama told dad about it, and he old schooled him because we ain't reporting no police stuff. But he went and got his brothers and kicked that dude ass. I never felt so protected. So I was like, nah, he got me. He got me. You know what I'm saying? He used to piss me off, You know, because I left my jacks on the floor. He stepped on them jacks, and stepping on jacks is worse than stepping on a Lego. You know, and he's like, I'm gonna throw these jacks down the sewage, and I'm like, don't do it. He's like, let me see him. He stepped on it again. He hurt my feelings. I remember all the feelings. But he was my dad though, so he could do that.
Chanel, you would have lost them fucking jacks. I'm telling you right now.
And I needed to lose them jacks.
Stepping on landmines. Them motherfuckers. You ever seen a jack? That shit is like a barbed wire. Bro,
metal jacks, not plastic jacks. Old school metal jacks.
Metal ones.
Like yeah, I deserve to have them put down the drain. You know, but guess what? 2 weeks later, he went and bought me some more and said, "Don't let me see these."
I was just about to say that. I was about to say I threw away his Legos, but then I had to go buy some more because I cried so hard. It hurt my feelings to stand up business, but I had to let him know, like, I am not your maid. And so I threw away, and we had the worst time. He was mad at me. I was mad at him. We was walking to the house hurt. I was like, I gotta go buy some Legos because I can't do this.
No.
I threw my son's toys out a couple times, and I literally had to go back in the garbage can and get the whole fucking thing out. I've done it. No doubt about it.
You made your point when you threw them away, though.
That's right. Let me say this real quick, Dre. My bad. I want to touch this one topic. With what you said, Chanel, I ain't trying to drudge on this shit at all. But the whole thing, yo, I've been telling my kids for a long time, yo, and I don't care how anybody think of me either. Anybody touch you, anybody do anything you don't want them to do, especially if it's somebody older or whatever, you get a pencil, you get a pen, you get whatever, you stab the motherfuckers right in the leg. Yeah, that's what it is. I told my daughter, I told my nieces, I said, anybody ever touch you in any type of way, anything you don't want, anything they touch you weird, pick up a pencil and stab that motherfucker. I've showed them how to hold. I've showed them how to hold it so it doesn't go through. Yeah, stab them motherfuckers
right there.
No, I think that is though, and a lot of us don't teach our kids. Some of us look at it as something. Some of us look at that a certain type of way. It's like, oh, well, you teaching them, violence or anything like that. But no, you actually teaching them how to protect themselves in a situation.
Teaching that adult, this the kid you're not about to do that to.
That's right.
You're gonna walk out of here. You're gonna walk. You're gonna walk in, but you're gonna limp out. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna walk out.
Bleed out, whatever.
People gonna know you did something up in this room. I know that.
I teach my babies all that shit.
I feel that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And to what I was saying, I grew up, of course, not having, my dad in my life, and my mom, had a friend at first, and it turned into, a situation where it was, it was our stepdad now, and it just came in, and mom was raising all four of us, had a child with a disability, and raising all three of us. It was just a lot on her plate trying to take on two jobs. So when he came in, definitely we all gravitated to him, and was like, cause there wasn't no male figure in the house. You could kind of see a lot of stress on mom's face when she was the only one trying to make things meet, put food on the table and stuff like that. So it was awesome having that feeling, and he never forget the morning. He woke up, and he was passed away and stuff like that when we was 7 years old. When I was 7, so just I know that distinct figure of having that father figure, stepfather, in your household or in your life, because that can make a difference. So I definitely understand that.
Yeah, respect to all the dudes out there who do handle business when they do get involved with somebody who does have a child. Respect to the dudes who get out of the situation when they see she have a child, know they can't handle it too, because I respect them the same way.
That's right.
It's not easy.
It
ain't fucking easy, yo.
Especially dealing with somebody like me. I grew up without my father, so I basically took care. It was just me, my mother, and my little sister at the time. So I basically took care of us up until 11. Her daddy, yes, but we 4 years apart, but I never really seen him either. So just growing up, and then about around 11, 12, my mother having a new man. Now he's my pops. At first, you'll never catch me calling him daddy. That's dude.
Real, I can imagine.
Brain and stuff. So later on, we get closer and everything. To this day, you can't say nothing about that man to me. That's my father. Carried me. That man raised me.
Now that's the real love of my life. He's 86. That's my heart right there. I love that.
You see, I said we got just 23 siblings. He got kids.
That's awesome.
That's what's up.
Hey, that's what's up. That's definitely what's up. Okay, we're gonna move it along here. On Beyond 1130. Have you guys seen the Monique interview on the Club Shay Shay?
I ain't
Brian,
saying.
what you about to say?
You like when I talk shit.
I'm just
It's
asking.
great when you
I'm
talk
just
shit,
asking.
Brian.
You
Come
just
on.
say the right shit.
I was asking if you guys seen it, and then I was gonna go on to something that I thought she said that I thought was interesting, just
Yeah.
a little bit. But have you seen it?
I saw a lot of it. I didn't watch the
Oh,
whole
okay.
thing.
Yeah, I
I'm
Okay,
not a
see little
okay.
Monique
clips here
fan
and
by any means. Like I'm not.
Oh,
I've never been.
okay. Cool. I mean, well, as far as me,
there.
I
Y'all
grew
still
up
got
watching
this
the
to the Cat
Parkers.
Williams.
I watch the Parkers too. I love the
Yeah,
Parkers,
yeah.
but it's just
Yeah.
her personally. I don't fuck with her,
Mm-hmm.
yo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that's interesting. That's interesting, though. What's wrong with her, though? I just asked.
I've seen a couple of things that she's done in the past. I've had a couple of experiences where I've seen her. One was Oprah Winfrey interview. If you ever saw her get interviewed by Oprah, I'm pretty sure it was Oprah. It wasn't Barbara Walters. It was Oprah interview she did.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way she was talking to describing her life situations, everything was the most dramatic fucking experience in history. Listen, this is the part that got me. She explained shaving her legs, and she was like, "I shaved my legs, and when I tell you, it was so painful." And I'm sitting here watching this lady. I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, bro? You a Def Jam comic?" Because keep in mind, I'm a
Hey,
fucking
yo.
comedian lover, bro. You feel me?
Right.
So it's
Right.
like I say, I
Mm-hmm.
read people, yo. I read between the lines with shit. And when I heard her say that shit, instantly I was like, "This bitch shaving your legs? You wildin'?" It was a wrap for me right there. And then it was when Amy Schumer had her special and Netflix came and said that, "Oh, I'm not getting it." I'm sitting there saying to
Mhm.
myself, "You're not as popular right now." As a
Right.
matter of fact, to be real with you, I'll be real with you, Monique. You ain't never been that popular.
Mhm.
And I mean, you've done stuff. What is the first
Yeah.
thing you said, Dre? The Parkers, right? When the fuck
Right.
Parkers ended? 2005 or some shit. It's fucking
Mhm.
Yeah.
2024. She's done
Right.
a couple sprinkles of shit here and there.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, like, to me, she's not realistic. To me, she takes advantage of situations just like Club Shay Shay, and
Mhm.
she opens opportunities where opportunities can be open. She's an opportunist, in my
Right.
opinion. That's why her son came out and blasted her ass. I feel like she an opportunist, yo, and I just don't really got respect for her like that. I don't know her. I'm just looking from
No,
outside
but
in
that's
this
what you
shit, but
see. That's
it's
what you
my
Yeah.
see.
opinion. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Sure.
Hey, respectfully, though.
I got a
Respectfully.
reason. I'm not just like fuck them. Oh,
Nah,
okay.
I can definitely see the opportunities though, because
Right.
when she was saying, most of it that how Kevin Hart, not Kevin Hart, but Cat Williams,
Cat Williams.
Mhm.
came on, came on Club Say and took advantage, or the opportunity, the what he said. She basically did what he did though. But okay, to the, to the next topic. One thing she was saying, she was talking about situation of how she sort of snitched. She's sort of like the person, if she sees something and it's wrong, she gonna
Mhm.
say something about it though.
Right.
Bitch.
But the
Fuck that
yeah,
shit.
snitch
Where
basically.
my
Yeah,
shirt
yeah.
at?
I said it.
Nigga.
It's just snitch.
Where the snitches at? You like fucking around. Me and my brother,
Okay.
we made this shit. Hold on, real quick, Dre. Me and my brother, when we was younger, we used to say this shit because it was right around them times where motherfuckers was like, "No, I'm going to jail. I didn't tell him my boy." Now me and my brother was like, "Listen, you get in trouble, I'm gonna wear a shirt to the courtroom that says I'm a fucking snitch. You'll go down before I do."
Absolutely.
I'm telling on every fucking body.
Oh, I say it all the time. That's why
I was
you
about to say,
Going to
he
jail.
can't that means they get caught, we got caught. They caught
thank
us.
you. Thank
I'm
you.
telling on
They
every.
caught
I'm
us.
in this
If it come
courtroom.
down between you and me, I'm gonna choose me every time. I'm
Tell
telling
everybody
everybody
I'm gonna,
everything.
I'm
I'm
gonna,
knocking on everybody.
I'm gonna tell
all
what I
day.
did too. I ain't
Me
gonna leave
too.
out.
I ain't gonna leave myself out, but you going down with me.
You going down.
I gotta tell
Yeah.
them everything I know.
I gotta tell them
Hey,
everything. I ain't
hey,
taking
hey,
it for you.
hey,
We going down together.
and I dig that point though. The conversation the conversation she was saying was, she snitched on one of her girlfriends, or one of the a girl or whatever, that I guess she didn't like in high school or whatever, because the girl was lying to the guy and saying, "Yo, the baby that I'm having right now, that I'm pregnant with, is your baby," and actually it wasn't. He wasn't the father. So she told him, and it's like, "Hey, shorty over there, she's lying to you. She's telling you that you are pregnant with her baby, and actually that ain't your baby at all." So they had a fallout and stuff like that. And she says she is was right. She's on the right side. She's not basically on the wrong side. And I was explaining this to my fiance. I was like, in a situation like that, say if Brian, if someone came, a woman said, "Yo, man, this is your baby," and Chanel said, "You know what? Nah, she lying. That ain't your baby, Brian.
Mhm.
Right? Would you be excited and happy
I
that
res-
Chanel told you the truth and
Mhm.
respect that? But
I
because
respect.
or would you? Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I get what you're saying. I respect Charmel for telling me,
Mhm.
but at the same time, if somebody came and said, "Charmel, you a fucking snitch, you a tattletale," I would have to sit back and be like, "Yeah, they right."
Yeah, right. Now I take my charge and be like, "Yep." And I told her,
Just own it because they right, they not wrong. But
I'm like,
yeah,
you know,
thank you for telling me.
be a snitch because men, like, your children are your legacy. Like, in that
"Thank
situation,
you."
be a snitch.
Yeah,
Because
I think that's foul for somebody to do that.
like
Yeah,
that,
it really is.
find that out in the worst of moments. What if this baby get into an accident and
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
they give this baby blood and that's not his kid? That
Yes.
is the worst time to find out that you can't do
Right.
anything to help that, because that's still
Okay,
your
baby,
child.
yeah. Right.
You raised that child. And
Right.
so imagine that baby 16 and he hurt himself on the basketball court and you got to go give him blood and man.
All
Yeah.
right, listen. All right, but I'm gonna switch it up for y'all. That's the serious shit, right? Okay, you
Yeah,
got
that's serious shit.
That's serious shit. But now, can you relate and say that you at least think the same person who would say that information? Do you think they'd be the same person to be like, "Who ate my hot dog in a fucking refrigerator?" Oh, that nigga over there. The finger pointer and
That's
shit.
funny.
From
That's
the fucking
funny.
camera.
Yeah.
They finger always pointing this shit. It don't never stop.
I'm telling if it's mamas.
Baby,
I
I'm
ain't finna
telling
get
you.
beat.
Son,
Hey, if it's mama hot dog, you better say something.
Hey, mom, I see.
I see it.
You know,
See you
mama-
go over there. He was hanging out
Everybody
next to
did
the
it.
refrigerator. I saw him chewing. I don't know if it was really him, but he looked suspicious. That's all I'm
They
saying.
probably the
Yes,
same
bro.
motherfucker, yo.
You
That's
drink my
Monique
mama
all day.
because my
Tell
mama ain't gonna give me for that Pepsi. If you drink my
Yeah.
mama Pepsi, I
Pepsi, thank you. And so, and that tells the truth,
Yeah.
though. It's the situation. It's how serious. Like, what is the relationship? What is the? Because I definitely, I don't think I would have went and told him myself, but I definitely would have sat with her and been like, "Yo, bro, like, you don't think that's foul?" Or I'd have gave her a certain time limit and been like, "Look, I'm not holding this information. Either you gonna tell him or I'm gonna tell him." Because
That's something that I would think
Yo,
about.
she
Yeah.
said
That's
she
what she
did.
said. Yeah,
She
that's
said
what
she
she
did.
said.
The girl said she ain't gonna tell him. She.
Well,
All right.
well,
Yeah,
I
in
mean,
that situation, then I might tell like, yo, if you don't let her know, I
yeah,
might
you
let her
ain't gonna
know.
say nothing. I'm gonna say that's
Yeah.
foul.
I
That's somebody
may,
like
depending on
You
that's
my
may,
life.
or it's
Right?
none of your
my
business.
move. I might
That's
be
not your
like,
business.
I'm more likely to be like, oh yeah, y'all doing it. All right, fuck it. If it ain't like my close, like my sister or cousin or something like that,
Right. It
if
would
it's
have
just
to be
some person
somebody
I
close to
know,
me. Yeah.
I fuck it. I ain't getting in that
Yeah.
shit.
If,
I don't got
if
time
I
to be
know the
playing with
neighbor's
this shit,
business,
yo.
I'm not getting in that because I don't have no stock in
I'm
that.
not,
Yeah.
I'll watch. I'll watch.
I'll watch from
We'll
afar.
I'll
watch.
take
Yeah,
it and
just
shit.
watch the show.
But I'm
Let's see
good.
what
I ain't investing
you know.
all my energy and
Yeah.
all they bullshit.
For my people or somebody that's close to me, or if either person is close to me, I'm gonna say something.
I'm
Now,
gonna say
if you talking like a kid, or if somebody's in danger or something like that,
Absolutely. Yeah.
then it's different. Then it's
Yeah.
for me. I'm just trying to explain the ways I would be a snitch. Like,
Right. Right.
He said he tried to
write a
explain
letter.
how
Don't
he
worry
would
about it.
be.
I'm gonna write a letter.
I'll
Don't worry about it.
handle it.
All right,
Yeah.
let it go. I'm with that.
Yeah,
Let us
a
know.
woman getting beat up and shit in the movie theater. I'll never forget. We was coming out of fucking movie theater. This is when I was in like high school still, and we was coming out of the movie. It was late at night too, and we had walked around the corner. We was going to the doors, exit. Everybody was coming out the movie theater, and we had turned the fucking corner, and this girl was getting up off the ground, and this dude had her coat pulling her up, and just like you fall and you on that Spider-Man pose shit, your hands in back. And he was pulling her up from that shit. She was on her knees coming up. And as soon as she got back up, that motherfucker said, boom.
Now in Chicago, you don't get in between that because they
And I
fight.
said, holy shit. Yeah.
Him, she gonna fight you. In Chicago, you just walk
That
past
shit was crazy.
People weird up here. I ain't
You
gonna
just
lie.
walk past that. If you see a woman
Man.
getting hit by a man in Chicago, you just walk past that.
That lady will jump you.
That lady will
Yep.
beat your ass. You touch her hood.
Stab you, shoot you. Yep, for real.
Don't
I
touch
did a show about
The
that.
woman syndrome is a real thing. It's a real thing.
I've seen it happen. I'm
Crazy.
help him. Dude, they just started jumping on him. Dang.
Now they robbed you.
Man.
Nah, we all walked right past him. We walked right past that shit.
They
And the
hugging
most I can do for them is call the police. That's all I can do for them.
Yeah.
So
And
is it best to just mind your business and not help
I'm
people that may be into certain situations because they may end
yeah,
up worse for you?
well,
It
you gotta
depends.
like
You
Carla said,
just
you gotta know where you at though.
yeah.
You gotta know where you at.
that's
Like
yeah.
because again in New Orleans it's like that too. Like, but I'm not going to. It depends. Like
It
if I come out
depends.
of the movie theater like that, I might call the police. I ain't gonna get involved. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because again, niggas carrying. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get shot over this situation. And I also, especially as a therapist, understand the dynamics in that relationship. And she got battered women syndrome. She ain't leaving that man. She ain't ready yet. You know, and so she'll fight for him, even though you're trying to save him from getting her ass whooped, you know, and stuff like that. So I won't get actively involved. I might call the police, and that's for my own conscience, because that might not help either. But but for my own conscience, that I didn't walk away and then he ended up killing her, and I feel like I could have had. If you're a bystander, you're part of the problem, right?
More
So,
involvement. You could.
Unless
Yeah,
it's
I
your
feel you.
sister. Because even if
huh?
it's your sister, you all
Oh
right,
yeah, absolutely.
you're not gonna let no man do nothing like that, man.
No, yeah, then I'm fighting. Yeah, if it's my sister, then
I
yeah,
got one
that's
sister.
different.
You ain't finna do
Yeah,
none of that. So I'm gonna holler at
Right,
you before this even happened. Y'all get to
right,
start.
yeah,
As soon as I
yeah,
meet you, hey bro, hey, y'all do good, do what y'all do. I don't want to hear about you putting your hands on her. But it's
right,
yeah.
gonna be real.
right.
Now, when it comes to the situation and it happened, because it happened before, my cousin, his sister, dude put his hands on her, you stop. Now your sister's still with him. Still at your
Mhm.
family
Right,
Yeah,
function. Now you looking
mhm,
crazy.
right,
yeah.
Mm.
Or
right.
did. So, but yeah.
Mhm.
It is circumstantial. I definitely agree. It is circumstantial. But Dre, like you said, to your question, minding your business is definitely a helpful tool because you're not Batman, you're not Superman. Like I said, if I saw like a kid getting like abused or some shit,
Mhm.
I'm the type of nigga I'm gonna probably step in and be like, hey, bro, what
Hey,
the
yo,
fuck you
yo,
doing?
yo,
Calm
ain't
down,
necessary.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
shit like that. And if he try
Now,
to fight me, then good luck to that motherfucker. But I'm just, but it's just like if that happens, I'm straight. Like I will try to like at least be a voice of reason. I'm not just gonna walk past.
Right,
I might not also walk past. There's some dude over there trying to punch his girl in the fucking face. I
right,
might be like, hey, my man, yo, calm
right.
down,
No,
bro.
just
Fuck
chill
I
out,
will do
dog.
it.
Hmm.
But I do know that I am involved. If he pulls out a gun, or maybe even if he squares up on me, I'll probably be like, all right, man, fuck it. I'm just
Yeah,
saying, bro. All
I'm just
right,
saying.
whatever.
you're
Fuck
right.
it.
it ain't that serious.
Fuck
Now,
it.
but I will say this one
Nope.
unique time, this girl and her boyfriend were fighting, and she got away from the fight for like 2 seconds, and I walked up and hugged her.
Oh
Mm.
And
wow.
I just stayed there like this. Me and her kept hugging, and he
Mhm.
walked. He went and sat in the car or something, and then I let her go, and she was like, "I think I'm okay." And she went to wherever he was, but I just walked up and grabbed her up, and I was just like,
Mhm. She needed
we
that
gonna
moment.
hug. He either finna hit both of us, or we
First,
gonna
oh yeah,
He fucked her ass up when he got. You wanna hug people, bitch?
yeah,
You beat her ass and they got home.
Yo.
You fucked up, Harley. It was almost over. You just made it all look good.
You gotta hug him.
I
Beat the brakes off her ass
we
and they
gonna
got home.
hug.
That's
mm.
not funny. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh no, it was.
It's a
It
little funny.
was funny, but it wasn't funny, but it was funny. You know what I'm saying?
We here,
You
yeah.
gonna go hug that bitch, nigga?
Yeah,
Hey.
That
yeah.
motherfucker went off.
I mean, that was quick good thinking though, because and with a power control mindset, because he don't know you, he not gonna hit her. He not gonna hit you.
I was just like, I'm like, let me just hug her, because I'm like, how you wouldn't expect some bitch coming out of the place to just grab her up. I
Just
just,
grab, yeah.
you don't know.
I
I could
think
be a
That
classmate,
threw off
I
the
could be her
trajectory.
cousin, I could have been anybody. You
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
right.
I think you just gotta pick. I think you gotta pick and choose your battles. If
Absolutely.
dude's 6'6", 350 pounds, you just gotta turn around and walk away.
Right,
Like
right.
you just gotta pick and choose your
You cross
battles.
the parking lot, like, stop that dog. Yeah.
From your car and
From the
shit.
From
car.
your car.
Big bro, don't do that, big bro.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Ah!
But hopefully, yeah, this goes back to a situation like I don't know if you guys seen it last year. I think me and Brian was talking about it. And I think it happened in Chicago at the curry out where the dude was arguing with the young lady with her food about food, or he stepped in front of her and he had knocked her out.
Yeah, I remember that.
You
I
guys
remember that.
remember that? Yeah. And,
Mhm.
and the discussion was about it was dudes who were sitting there recording it, sitting there watching it,
Yeah.
and why they did not intervene after this dude implied that he was a threat to this lady
Mhm.
before knocking her out. So, hopefully, and like I said, you gotta pick and choose your battles, and You just don't know. You just don't know if that's the last day. If you choose to pick in
Yeah,
this battle, that
because
could
you're
be
taking
it.
that risk.
But yeah, you taking that risk, or you just be hopefully you you won't see a man just sit by and just hopefully let this lady get her ass whipped. That
Yeah.
could look like your mom, could look like your auntie, or whatever
Right,
like that. So you know,
right.
different,
It's a
different.
shitty, it's a shitty situation, yo.
Yeah.
If you've ever experienced it, I mean, there's been times where even being younger, I used to work in the mall. One of my first jobs, I had like 4 jobs in the fucking mall, and we used to come out and catch the bus at night. I remember one night, man, this group of girls, I mean, they beat the dog shit out this one girl, man. And I remember just watching. I've seen, I mean, a lot of shit like that. But it's like just watching it. We were just all standing there waiting for the bus, and they all just came around. First, it was like 2 of them fighting, and there was 3 of them. And I remember there was like a group of feet, and all you can see is the fucking feet.
Yeah.
And then this girl just got picked up and slammed on the fucking floor, and they just started stomping that girl. And we were sitting there watching it. And at that time, yo, it's like when shit like that's happening, you don't know what to do, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk a lot of shit. You have no idea what to fucking do. You just sitting there like, now I would record it. I'm not a fucking asshole, but just watching it and just seeing that shit happen, I remember thinking like, damn, she getting fucked up. Like, you don't know what to do in that shit, man. I'm not gonna jump in and help. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't even know what to fucking do.
And as much as I hate the recording of things and how people pull out their phones rather than help, recording helps sometimes because it's it winds up being evidence, right? And all that. The recording it and posting it across the world like it's a spectator sport, that's not cool. Right.
Yeah, but motherfuckers now will sit there and record something before they help, even if they can help. That's what I think.
Yeah, and I hate that. I hate
motherfuckers sitting there. I seen videos of like kids getting attacked by dogs, and motherfuckers
just nobody trying to help kids. They just like,
that shit's crazy to me. Everybody brave shit. I'm not saying you have to, but I'm like, God, there's other things you could be doing with that phone in your fucking hand.
And like
others sitting here,
or like call
somebody. Crazy to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is.
Yeah, man. Crazy. Look at crazy world we definitely live in. All right, we're gonna keep the show rolling on. All right, no matter how you feel about this person right here, I think my man definitely has a point. We're gonna check this out.
Reasons black male female relationships are so dysfunctional is you got traumatic man trying to relate to traumatic woman. Neither one of them is dealing with the person across the table because they're both reacting from past hurt. Which is why I believe that when you get out of one relationship before you go into another one, you need a period of healing, because if in fact you were in love, it's going to take you a while to heal your soul back, because love is the process of two becoming one. So if that was really love before you move on, you got to take a break and heal. The problem, gentlemen, is we don't like to take the break and heal. And the reason why black men and black women don't like to take the break to heal is when you are in solitude. And this is why spirituality functions on a foundation of solitude. When you are alone, your soul forces to the surface issues in your life that you need to address that you don't feel like addressing. So the reason I'm rushing out to get another woman isn't because I'm ready to build another relationship. It's because when I'm home alone, I deal with my abandonment of my mother. I deal with my sexual abuse of my uncle. I deal with the emotional emasculation I suffered from my mother. I'm dealing with the bullying from my siblings. You see that? Yeah. So how do you escape your internal demons? You run out and you date. And so in the black community, dating and mating has become the newest drug. It's how we escape from taking responsibility for our emotional health.
Agreed, and more agreed. As the no BS therapist, agreed. I tell every couple that sits before me that very same thing. I say, y'all are not fighting each other. Your trauma is fighting their trauma. Period. If you can get down to the surface, under the surface of that, because I can always tell people, it ain't about the dishes. It's never about the dishes. There's always something underneath, and it's usually from some childhood hurt. So that little kid in you that has not been healed is fighting your mate's little kid that hasn't been healed. And y'all keep triggering that little person in there, and then they keep coming out and yelling and screaming and or whatever. But you blaming each other or whatever. So if you could get underneath that stuff and heal that, and that stuff about being by yourself and like, that is hard. That is so hard for people, because we do surround ourselves with folks in order not to deal with our own stuff, because it's hard to deal with it. It's hard to do that. That's one reason I will recommend therapy to anybody. Find the right one, but the right one is important because that relationship is important. But you need to be able to sit with somebody and open up all that stuff in a safe space and release it and heal it and let it go in order for you to have healthiness with yourself and with anybody else.
Absolutely. I love our conversation. I think that's one of the reasons that I love our conversations, because he and I both understand the quality of being alone. Like,
yes,
we will escape to different sides of this house and be by ourselves, or we will be alone in one room. You know, I'll be back here on the couch crocheting something up. He's up front playing the game. Every now and then I'll look up to, you know, cheer him on. But for the most part, we know how to be alone while we're together. And that is what makes our conversation so much more targeted. Like, I've never had a relationship where we talk about the main thing when we're talking. Like, when we discuss shit and we get to the nitty gritty, like, we really talk about the main thing. I was telling the boys last week, it took us 2 years to have a fight, and that tore me up. I was like, whoa, I'm into it with my best friend. Wait, no. But now it's amazing. Like, I've never felt so at ease. I've never felt so safe.
Yeah.
Like, that is different for me. You know, when you're a girl that's used to knuckling up your whole life.
Yes.
And like, sit back. You like, wait, like, for real, sit back?
I could just be a girl for real. Real talk.
It is the best. It is the best, but it takes time alone. Before I met him, I was by myself essentially. You know, you're still out there having fun.
You're doing your thing. Yeah.
But I'm by myself emotionally, and to the point that, like, when I met him, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready. But as the old folks say, when they want you, they come get you. He was like, hey, no, you're mine. And I was like, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Brian?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with what he was saying, because you know, that's one of the things I've always said is, like, you know, you need to take a break after you get done in a situation, yo. I mean, a lot of people, I think, agree with it. I just think, like everybody's saying right now, like, I don't think a lot of people want to do it. You know, I think it's multiple reasons. You know, it's definitely, you know, a battle you have with yourself. It's definitely just like, you know, people like relationships. People like being involved in things. You know, relationships do open more doors. People feel secure. You know, I don't personally think it's always got to be, like, you know, the deepest amounts of, like, you know, pain and shit like that or whatever. I think there's a lot more. Just I think there's a lot of aspects. I think a lot of people just deal with a lot of shit, you know, and but being able to sit back and understand, like, you know, where things went wrong, or just like where you had your understandings, even just time just to take a break and say, hey, I was involved in this situation. Jumping into a situation right after that probably ain't the best thing. It's going to be comparison. It's going to be a lot of factors that's going to ride into that. So it's like, I do agree with them on that. Like everybody was saying, like, you know, I've had my periods where it's like I stopped. I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing anything. I like my quiet time. Like Harley was just saying, me and my wife now, like, I sit there, I play the game, she'll be playing the game, I'll be on my phone, I'll be playing the game, she'll be on her phone. We can sit in the room, be together, and not do shit together. And we just like it. Every now and then say something to each other, and now and then take a feet, pick a nose, whatever. That's our shit. That's our shit. Like, that's just what we do. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, you know, even when we fight, I told Dre today was one of them days where it's just like, we just ain't fucking seeing eye to eye, and arguing all fucking day. So I said, I'm here. I just came from laying on my couch right over here, my little studio. I got a couch right here, laying here, watching my show, playing on my phone, doing shit. And she upstairs, it's winding down. I'll go up there later. What are you doing? Leave me alone. Okay, whatever. Go to sleep. What are you doing? No. Okay. That's just life. You feel me? Like, I feel like when you get there, like Harley was saying, I feel like when you get there and you understand everything don't got to be situated. Everything don't got to be settled. Everything.
Right.
Sometimes shit is just what it is, man.
It
ain't supposed to be horrible, but it's like, y'all gonna fight. Y'all gonna have disagreements. Y'all gonna have shit that happens. And sometimes it is just about the fucking dishes. You ain't cleaning the fucking dishes. I gotta cook. I won the lottery, and I'm happy as hell. But I gotta try to cook for the family. Yo, you couldn't clean the fucking dishes, nigga. Like,
it's the least you can do. But you know what? That's still deeper than the dishes because you don't care about me enough to make sure my area is clean so that I can do what I need to do for this family. And that ain't simple.
All right, fucking you win. I feel
Hey,
it. You know
yo.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I get it.
I know
I
people
get
get
it.
sick of me doing it to everything.
What I do want to say, I do want to say this. I do want to say this real quick. Even though I like when people like try to like accentuate whether it be black people, whether it be white people, whatever. The one thing I like to always just say, especially when I'm giving my perspective, that shit works with everybody. That's not just a black thing. That's not just that's everybody. When you in a situation, this motherfucker's white, black, green, blue, purple, Chinese, Asian, whatever. Yeah. You get in a situation, people don't like to be alone. You got reasons for watching creepy porn. It's just the shit. Everybody got their shit. So I like to always say that just because sometimes people get caught up. Yeah, it's humans, man. It's like
and that's what more focus like the black people and and I'm definitely a black people advocate. That's my population. That's what I work with. But I also work with other populations because some things are a human thing. Now we deal with it in certain ways, like because of our cultures and stuff like that. Or whatever, but like that's a human experience. It really is.
Yeah, I would just like to say that. I don't mean nothing by it, but it's just because he's a strong advocate for black culture, and I respect it. You feel me? Like sometimes he does say some outlandish shit, but everybody does. Anybody perfect. But I respect it. I respect his opinion. But yeah, you do get caught up in doing that shit, and then you do kind of build kind of a demographic around yourself, and you can't influence the wrong people. Like what I'm saying?
Right.
I always like to speak on that shit openly.
I'm glad you do. Glad you do.
Yeah,
I watched another interview the other day, attacking this man because he married to a white girl. He was like,
I
was like, I fell in love with a white lady. Like
that's what he liked. Leave the fuck alone.
It wasn't even what he liked per se. He's like, because why you ain't fall in love with a black lady? He said, I did that before, it didn't work out. Why you ain't try again? No, I tried again and it didn't work out. But why you ain't try again? Because I have to fall in love with this lady. And it was simple, but he was making it complicated,
Yeah. Overcomplicating the shit. It ain't even your shit, and you overcomplicate. You bringing in problems, they don't even got problems.
Right. Again, that's a human experience. Like, the two black women that he got involved with didn't work out. And the next one that he happened to fall in love with, not necessarily seeking her out, but he happened to fall in love with a white girl. And if she treating him well, what's the problem?
Leave it alone.
What's the problem?
Hey, you guys got great points, man. All of you got great points from Brian, Harley, and Gucci and Charnel. I just from this perspective though, I've definitely seen where it's like my cousin come over a lot. My cousin he works for me, and he comes over and and I sit back and he tell me like, man, my bad for talking to you like hours straight, but I feel like you're my therapist though. You got the podcast and stuff. Like I just want to talk to you and stuff like that. And certain conversations and topics come up like this though, where it's like certain people definitely don't they have that fear of being alone. They don't want to be alone. They want to be always with someone else. And sometimes it's best to be alone. Like Brian said, he in this room. I'm in here doing my thing. When babe doing her thing, she on the other side of the room on TikTok. I'm over here, and I think alone time definitely helps us instead of wanting to be always clingy around someone 24/7. And not saying nothing is wrong with that. It's totally fine. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But I just think like taking time for yourself, whether you coming out of a relationship, going into a relationship or something, I think it's best to focus on yourself, red, brown, yellow, green, whoever, so I think that's best bet, and my man Umar Johnson, he does talk a lot of black stuff, but
I appreciate his opinions and stuff.
Yeah, he's a bad dude.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He real cool. Just some stuff I'm just like, not that though, not that one.
And it's cool that you can differentiate, or however you say it. Like, it's cool that you can do that, because there are some people, like, people do get locked into a mentality, and that's why I always feel, like I said, I feel like it's always important to try to like make sure you're clearing your narrative, because sometimes people they'll just watch that and they'll just be
something right, and then like everything they say is true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. I mean, I like to be clear, yo, because I'm never one of them people that's just like
dynamic people are is really important. Like we got to understand that the person that you have the most reasons to hate still has reasonable points. Just like the person who you have every reason to love is still an asshole. Like never forget that exists every last one of us. Like we understand that you don't get to completely discredit somebody because they've done monstrous things. And you just hang on to every word that somebody says just because that's the way they smile. Like you got to understand that a monster lives in him and an angel lives in him. And if you take the best out of both of them, you're gonna have the best experience in your life.
Absolutely.
Yo, Harley, listen, you needed to say that so bad. Hey, Dre, she said that. That's the shit that I was just saying. I did a recent video about Vince McMahon. I know this is not the wrestling show, not the commission talks, but I was saying the same thing to where I had to explain myself because I made a video explaining my point about the information that I saw. And I said, I'm not just one of the ones to run with the narrative. I'm not that fucking person. To sit there and the echo chamber effect happens immediately as soon as you post something and everybody's on the fucking side. You know what I'm saying? Cat Williams shit was a prime example of just how fast motherfuckers jump on a bandwagon and they'll dismiss everybody who ain't on that shit. And I just said that about Vince McMahon. And I was like, just because he has a track record, I'm still not going to be the nigga who immediately just hears something and says, yeah, he did it. I might say he is probable, but I'm still not going to fucking guilty your ass immediately without any other information. Just like Harley just said, everybody got shit. Just because that nigga that living around the corner from you robbed everybody fucking house, and then the fucking 99th house got robbed, and everybody's like, go get that nigga, he did it. And then all of a sudden, you don't know it was the motherfucker next door. It's you gotta be honest, bro. You don't know everything. So that's a good ass point, yo.
Right. I mean, I tell people in therapy, I was like, I'm not a be all, end all, know all. If I'm wrong about some shit, if I'm assuming some shit about you, you know, based upon the patterns of other people or whatever, tell me, be like, yeah, that's I don't think that's right. And I'm be like, oh, my bad. Tell me what you think. You know, because you know you better than I know you. You know
I do these shows. I do these shows sometimes, and I go to a show, another show, my boy Harris drinking podcast. I do his show sometimes, literally just to fucking clear my mind, yo. I get on his show. It's on at like 11 o'clock because he lives in like Vegas, and I do his show, and I just literally, it's a pub cast. He's a bartender, so he got a whole setup.
I love that.
I get on that shit, and I just go in, and I just go in about thinking, just shit I experienced. I drink, and I just let my fucking mind loose.
I love that.
And I love it. That's my therapy.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, B, drop the link one time. I'm gonna.
I definitely will.
I love to sit at the end of the bar and tell the bartender my life story.
I'm telling you right now. Go Harris. Harris,
bartenders, barbers, hairdressers. That's your first line of therapy right there, baby.
Tattoo artists. What?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tattoo artists. I forgot about that. Yep. You know, those are intimate related. You tell them all your business. I left cards with my hairdresser, like, when you feel like they need to step up and there's a little deeper than what you can handle, or you can see some stuff, you tell them pick up that card. You know what I'm saying? You are the first therapist.
You know,
just like you, Dre, your cousin, just coming to you.
Yeah, coming to you. Yeah. Because there's 1,000 ways to get yourself healed. Like you ain't got to come sit in my office, but if you got somebody you trust that's going to give you reasonable, you know, advice, or at least help you question some things or whatever. You know, like get it in. Like everybody got the ability to help somebody else. You know,
I agree.
You're right. You're definitely right. Because he'll tell me all the time, man, you're my therapist, man. I say, hey, I gotta chat with you, and I'll be like, hey, I appreciate it. I tell you, I need you on the podcast, man. They come and be like, I'm not a online social media person or whatever like that. So I'm like,
tell him come on and turn his camera off.
Tell him come on. That was first.
Because it is hard to do this.
Is Gucci first time on?
No, we did it for a while last year, but before last year, at first he was like, I don't know, babe, this is you. But like I told him, I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's people getting real bread to pretend to be what we are in real life.
That's
like,
true.
Like I'm like the way we face each other around his house and we giggle and laugh, that 90s love that everybody idolized, like we live that. And I'm like, bro, can I turn the camera on to this?
It's different. It's different when you raise a different way. We don't.
Like, I can feel your vibe, dog. Like it's all love over there, you know.
Everybody liked the podcast we had and everything. It was cool. I liked it. There was no problem with it, but it's different. Like when I'm I was raised different. Like I was raised in the streets, though. Ain't no camera, ain't no pictures.
Right.
So you got to get used to it. I had to break out of the deal basically, and then realize once I started doing it. A lot of my friends like, bro, I like that show. I like you. I like what you talking about. I like how you you and your girl in a relationship, like you just said, and everything.
I'm Erica by doing him, y'all.
All right.
Don't say that shit. I don't know what she doing to niggas.
The green eyes.
Ain't no feather pants.
Look, you wear feather pants now, nigga. You fuck them girls with them waist beads and them earrings in their face.
Oh, have mercy.
Walk out that bedroom with a fedora on.
We've had conversations about that shit too, man. I think it's special kind of niggas that get involved in that situation right there. I don't know, man.
Hey man, I dig it. I dig it a lot, man. All right, our last topic here on Beyond 1130 this week. What do you guys though? I think we're gonna go around the panel, the crew. What were you guys' favorite? I'm gonna start with Brian though. Brian and Gucci. We're gonna go with the guys first, and then we're gonna go with the ladies though.
All right.
Okay. What are you guys' favorite sexual attributes of a woman? And I know mine's though. Definitely I'm an ass man. So big booty is definitely me. Strolling down TikTok. Man. I gotta see it. But I gotta ask the guys. What are you guys' favorite sexual attributes?
Listen, big fat ass titties, bro. That's my shit all day. Always has been. Big boobies. When I was little, I used to watch shows and I'd be fucking. I remember it was a show called Unhappily Ever After, if y'all remember it. It was like the first experience of Nikki Cox. Remember Nikki Cox?
Yeah.
She was the daughter of the family with Nikki Cox. Big ass titties, yo. And of course, I was over there watching wrestling and seeing Sonny and Sable. And ass has always been like, something that I was like, yeah, ass, titties, like that's usually like the things, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the guys who are like, oh, look her eyes, and I'm not saying that you don't, it's sexy too. Big ass set of titties on a slim little figure.
You gotta be real. You gotta be real with it.
That's my shit.
Yeah.
Attributes meaning like just skills or body parts.
I think they mean body.
Actually,
okay. I had to know.
Just tell you, go for what you know.
Yeah. Whatever in your heart.
Whatever. That's what I was about to say.
Folks talking. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie. Like who that Kevin Gates said, you gotta do me something. You gotta show me something. Just because you got titties and ass, I grew up loving ass. Yes, then I become a breast man. If you ain't got no neck, I can't fuck with you. You got
okay.
Sorry, like have parts because women have parts and then can't fuck.
They don't do nothing with them.
What you doing? So you gotta
lay your ass down. You gotta lay your ass down. I'm good.
Okay, Harley, because she look like she shy.
I feel you better be working, right?
Don't be covering your face now.
But you just told them all my business.
It's all right. We already knew.
You want a podcast, right?
Okay. Anywho, I am an ass man. I love ass on women. Big ass. I've had titties my whole life, so titties are okay. But if you got a big old booty, I like big girls. Period. Like I like big everything. If you are big in stature, like if you're a big man or you're a big woman, I'm in love with you. And baby, if you got some black ass features, I'm talking about a big nose, big lip, dark skin. Oh my God, melts off the bone.
Yeah,
the bone.
I feel that. So I am a chocolate lover, male and female, and I have a mixed thing for girls because I like girls that look like me and shape like me. Right. And maybe just because I love myself and I think I'm sexy, and stuff could be that. My boyfriend teases me all the time. He'd be like, you turn yourself on, do it. Absolutely. I do. But I also have a thing for girls that look like boys, like a stud that's got nice smile. And I have my TikTok studs that I follow and all that with the locks and stuff like that. They look good in a button down shirt. Yeah, so
off of talk, it was part of my judgment.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the on TikTok make straight women be like, "Am I gay?"
I'm like, I think that's time for baby dolls. I'm pretty sure
and stuff. But I think for my guy, it's about like I love dark chocolate. right? The skin tone do it for me. I love a dad bod, and my most favorite attribute is more mental. Like if you have a great imagination, because that's how I've been able to be in a long distance relationship, because he can get my mind going, which gets my body going, right? And so like he has a great imagination. He come up with scenarios, and I'm like, okay, that's what we're doing, and stuff. And so I love just being creative, just a creative mind, do something different, be creative about it, and all that. That is my most favorite, because I've learned in that long distance relationship that, that sex is in the mind. It is in the mind, and so if you can get me there, if I can close my eyes and you in my ear, and I can damn near imagine you next to me, like that's fucking fantastic, right?
Yeah,
And
I
so
had to learn to get more mental sexually.
on.
I zone out sexually, but he's mental sexually. So in these years, I've learned to like get into my mind sexually, and that's different. Like,
it is different.
I've never experienced that, because I'm like, oh shit, I'm actually present.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I realized how much I wasn't present before now.
Exactly. And then I'm such a boss in my real life. Like I gotta be bossed around in the bedroom. And at first I had never been.
You're submissive in the bedroom and in real life. That's me too.
Like, if you can tell me what to do,
you can tell me what to do. Like, when I heard her say that statement, I'm like, that's real shit right there. Absolutely. Yeah.
With women, I can understand that, but for them dudes, like them CEOs of the company, paying them bitches to step on their balls and shit and kick them in the head.
Again, but it's the same thing. When you
the fetishes, the wild fetishes and stuff.
Yeah, it's like they need to release that. That's the way of releasing. You just like
crazy shit.
I'm the alpha in every situation I'm in. So in the bedroom, I'm just like, what you want to do? Just tell me what to do.
Tell me what to do.
Whatever you want to do, just do it. I'm fine. Like, and stuff. Because I don't want to. I don't want to boss.
It's all okay.
Right. However, I notice when I'm with a woman, I'm still alpha. I still boss.
No. If I'm with a woman, you can't tell me what to do. I do the business.
Yeah, I do the telling.
I do the business. I do the business. But then when I get, and it's so funny because like when we have threesomes, it's the dynamic is crazy. Because I'm aggressive with her, and then
that's what I was gonna ask you, because I ain't been there, but I would like to. But like I was like, I don't know which way. I like
the code switching is real time. Like I'm really aggressive with her, and then he can choke us both up because he's aggressive with me, and I have already established myself as her aggressor. So once he grabs me, he has both. It's amazing.
Okay. Can't wait. Okay.
Yeah, see the threesome. I don't know, man. I kind of missed all of that because I don't know if I just always been like just I don't want to share or just like it's too much work. I don't know, lazy. I don't know. I love it. Like I love the shit. Like I love having somebody and doing all this crazy shit or whatever. And I'm definitely like I fucking do anything. I don't care. Like, but at the same time, not anything. I mean, clear.
Make that clear.
Yeah, very clear, very clear. But I don't know. It's just like I just never really was interested in trying to do like a couple at the same time, and I just never had that shit. It's like I don't like strip clubs. I don't know. I'm weird,
and all that. I'm so curious, and I do have a phrase where I'm like, I try anything once. If I like it, I'll do it again. If I don't like it, don't ask me no more. But I do, like you said, have limitations of things that I will not do and all that. But for the most part, like I'm very sexually free and open, and and it fucks people up. It do fuck people up, But I also have to trust you in order to be that free. So
like
I'm like.
Never seen the
side. I'm 52 at the end of the month, and I'm done. Like the last few years since I've been with my boo, like I felt more free, and I think it's because he does make me feel like I can be feminine, I can be a woman, and and so there's a level of trust there and a spiritual connection there where I'm just like, I'll try some stuff. I'll try some stuff.
Yeah, No, yeah, you get more.
Dre, I'm gonna say this shit real quick. Hold up, Dre. Hold up. Don't close up. We on the topic, so I'm gonna ask it. Fuck it. All right, let's go around the room. All right. Name at least one thing that you ain't fucking with in the bedroom. At least one thing that you definitely. I don't give a fuck what happens. It's just you not doing it.
I go first. Don't pee on me and don't pull on me.
Okay, so
Oh,
Yeah.
Say it again. I
Walk
say
through
it.
a
Say it
fucking
again.
fences. What, Chanel? What you say?
What she
Don't
say?
don't pee on me and don't poo on me. Mm-mm.
Okay,
All
so
those I love bodily fluid, but not like that.
So that's it. So those are the two. Everything else is
Those are the
game.
two.
But
Everything else is game.
God, damn.
I'll try
poop is
anything.
my only no. I've already been peed on, but poop is my only no.
Okay.
So poop. Okay. So no shitting on you.
Oh shit,
I've
no.
thrown up by
No
mistake.
scatting.
It's just a mistake. You throw up by mistake, so the throw up is like, but
Mhm.
yeah, poop is my only no. I've already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What about you, Gooch?
I ain't doing no gay stuff.
Yeah, okay.
I
You know,
feel you.
Ain't no, that's it. Other
Uh,
than that,
power to you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the guys in the room agree with that one.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you there.
Uh-huh.
All
I
right.
mean,
So,
yeah,
so all the guys get that freebie. We
yeah,
all
exactly.
agree that, right?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Anything
Y'all
else?
straight,
Gooch,
y'all
anything
gay
else like besides just the gay shit? Like,
besides that one.
Okay.
He
All
lets
right.
me do everything.
I don't know.
yeah, nothing off limits.
I don't
Armpits.
Ain't no pig, ain't no. So yeah, I'm good.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Dre,
Yeah,
how
to
about you,
me,
bro?
for me, besides the pissing and
Yeah.
besides if you squirting though, the squirting do that
That's
count?
No,
different.
squirt
But
does
that's
not
not
count.
piss.
Yeah, that's not
Okay,
piss.
Not
hey,
piss.
All the way,
good.
all the
Okay,
way.
all right, good,
That's a
good,
good
good,
bodily
good.
fluid right there.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
Oh yeah.
yeah, no shit.
Right.
And other than that, let's do it. Let's do it. You know,
Oh shit. Okay, Dre
yeah,
got the
yeah,
free
yeah,
card
yeah,
flying.
yeah, most definitely,
Okay.
most definitely.
All right,
Listen,
Brian, what'd you say?
I gotta be honest, yo. Definitely no pissing and shit. Don't piss and shit on me. I'll fucking kick you out my house forever.
Thank you.
Squirting for sure. That squirting
Yeah,
shit, I
yeah.
love that shit. Me, the
That's
girl
awesome.
squirt. I used to
Sexy.
come home from work and I used to just fuck with this girl, dildo, everything, and just make her fucking squirt all day. I know she was tired.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm not,
And
I am not,
dehydrated.
I'm not a motherfucker that's sucking your toes and all that shit. I'm a freaky motherfucker. I like to do shit, ass, all that shit. But I'm not on your toes. That's not my shit.
You're not with the toe plate.
I'm not with the feet.
Brian, say
I've
that
never
one
been
more.
with the feet.
Say that one more time, Brian. You was going in and out.
I'm not sucking anybody's toes or
Okay.
feet or any of that shit. I'm not into the feet. I'm not into that shit at all.
Understand.
And I don't get it either. And I'm also not dressing up in no diaper or no
It's
crazy
very
shit like that
sexy.
either.
The toes
You
are
right
very
there,
sexy.
foot right there when you do it.
You
I'm
know,
not in it. I'm not in it.
if you put my foot in your mouth, it's on.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Don't go, boy. It's right there anyway.
So even if she took it, so even if she went to go wash her feet and everything, no, you ain't doing no
Because
toes.
you still
I'm straight. It's just feet are just not.
She got a fresh. You just know. You're
They're
not.
not attractive to me. Yeah, I
Okay.
never understood.
Okay.
There's certain fetishes that I just don't get.
Yeah.
But I'm a freak. Like I don't give a fuck. I'll eat your ass. I'll go fucking wild.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
just not
You're
my
just not.
shit.
You're
Just
not with
try
the
it
feet.
one time. See what your girl do. She gonna
See,
like.
Well, I'm telling you, because
come to me and ask and eat and lick the
you
feet.
put a toe in your mouth,
You
she
ain't
gonna be
gotta
like,
do it,
"Oh,
Throw your mouth. Y'all beefing, go upstairs tonight and
Say,
pop
baby,
that
I
bitch.
got something special for you
Pop
tonight.
the bitch.
Yeah, exactly. You go up there, start licking her toes out of the blue. She could be like,
Oh, you doing something different?
She's gonna be like, you ain't never going on them shows ever again in your
ever
fucking
again?"
life.
You come back with all kinds of stuff.
With all that shit.
You know,
hey.
I think what I hate the most though is when I see men who are so intimidated by like toys and and stuff
I
like
love
that.
that
And I'm like, well, what are you intimidated by? Like that's your friend.
I
These
love
are
that
your
shit.
friends, and stuff. But I've been I've talked to guys who are like, because I don't need all that. It's not about you needing all that. It's about being creative and being different and trying new things. You know what I'm saying?
I think with a lot of guys, they always, say, man, that's that's a little feminine, because women get the toys and
Mhm.
nah, I don't want to do all that. I want to, do my own thing and stuff like that. And I think, that is a little bit more exciting, playing
It
with the
is more
toys.
exciting. It's something
It's
different.
fun, bro.
From a
It's
person
fun.
that have multiple niggas in the room, you gonna have toys. It's gonna be you probably dealing with one, the other one over there. Hey, let me help you. You gonna
Exactly.
Thank you. Yeah.
I got you. I hold the toy. Hey, you gonna do.
So when I hear men like, I'm like, you're not sexually free, baby. I'm sad for you because you're missing some things.
I'm like, I'm so turned on by myself. I have my best orgasms by myself. So you can't have sex with me if you're not okay with me, like laying on the side of the bed,
right?
Like masturbating with you there, watching me. Don't touch me. This is my time.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
be entertained. It's like personal porn, okay?
Yeah, I love it.
It's live.
I love all that shit. I love having the toys. I love go, especially if you tired and you like, listen, you get your nut off something too fast, some shit like that, and then you go get that shit, and that shit turn you back on, and then it's all over.
I think if couples like if you focus on the pleasure of the other person, you can't go wrong.
That shit for
See,
real.
that is, and you that type of person that is like getting into sex, or you having sex with your woman, or your man, or whatever like that. And for me, it's like it turns you on a little bit more, me more when you pleasing her.
Right.
Obviously, you're gonna get off, you're gonna get your nut, you're gonna do everything, but
if
pleasing
you can
her and
please
doing
her, and that should turn you on to be able to please her to that extent.
Super.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of my biggest porn searches is orgasm. I get that shit I love seeing a girl come hard. Oh man, that shit is fucking crazy exciting.
I feel that.
I love that shit.
Real talk, man. Look the conversation is amazing. Anybody else wanna got a question or a topic before we roll on out of here? Because man,
we covered a lot of bases today.
Like we covered some good ground.
Yeah.
Hey, for real, dope episode.
Oh, but I have one though. I have one.
Okay.
Related to the sex thing, because I want to, and especially with the guys. When you say no gay stuff, you like keep your penis over there, right? But a lot of people feel like butt play is gay stuff. How do you feel about that?
No, I'm not into it at all. Nah. It's just not. It's not exciting. It's not entertaining. None of that shit. And keep your dick over there. If there's a dick in the room or in the house,
because you don't like nobody else in the room.
Nobody around. Get the fuck out of my house. It's not even fucking. The TV isn't even on, and there's men on that.
You got porn on his TV? There's a dick over there.
We all day to be doing all that shit.
I don't want to look up and see a dick right there.
Can I come in? No. Fuck out of here. No.
If it ain't a toy, we don't have no more dicks up in here.
Okay? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hate on anybody, but I never.
No, it's your preference.
You can fuck a girl and see a nigga hard ass dick sitting in front of you. I'm so soft. I would never be able to fuck again in my life. That shit is crazy, yo. Get the fuck out of here. I'll quit fucking forever.
No,
shit, yo.
yeah. Nah. I'm right along with Brad.
If I'm allowed, in the bedroom, if I am allowed, I will eat ass. But that's only if I'm allowed.
If you're allowed, right?
If I'm allowed, if the man allows me to.
But if he don't, he's not into that or what? Like I'm not gonna violate anybody.
Yeah, I'm not gonna violate you. And the thing is, like, I'm gonna try you. I'm gonna be down.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna
go a little low. If you punch me or something, I'm like, okay,
you go, girl.
Can't fuck with that shit, man.
But if you don't say no, I'm not gonna. And I have an oral fixation. I'll put your whole body in my mouth.
Jeez.
I love that shit.
You're gonna be on Maury Povich and shit. Eating crazy shit or whatever. I eat people
in her mouth. That's one way to handle fixation. That's one way to take care of it. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
Yeah.
Hey, I dig it. Dog, great conversation, great topics once again. Here on Beyond 1130, episode 5, man. Before we leave, man, go around the room. Everyone want to tell everyone where they can follow you guys there, catch you guys' podcast, catch any content or anything.
Always.
Whoever want to go first.
Ladies first.
I'll go first. So my business is Choosing Empowerment, and it's a mental wealth organization. Of course, no bullshit, as y'all see. We got some new interns. We're gonna be starting the anxiety group in probably a few weeks, maybe in March. Lots of good stuff coming, and I'm working on my podcast, FTBS, Fuck the Bullshit podcast, in a few more weeks as well. You can find Choosing Empowerment or Chanel No BS Therapist, Facebook, and all the social medias and all that. Come follow me. Follow me on TikTok, bro, because I've been TikToking. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up. Okay, all right. Holly?
Alrighty. So my crafting company is open again for the year, Gonzalez Crafts. So yes, keep going. You guys can follow us on Instagram. I am Harley Hendrix 6 on all social media platforms. And our YouTube video and channel is coming, Happily Hendrix. Other than that, just trying to make it. So follow me, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Super dope.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Brian.
Super dope, man. Really glad to hear everybody doing their thing, yo. Listen, Beeline, if you guys watching, we always on Dre's show over here. Really appreciate you having us, bro. Beeline Entertainment LLC. We kind of slowed down a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like we I haven't done a web show in a couple of weeks now. Kind of taking a little bit of a break, but I'm also transitioning. We're gonna have the Brian Be Playing, the gaming show coming back out real soon. We're gonna be doing a lot with that. Also have, of course, commission talks and straight through the ropes. Wrestle Talk is definitely taking big things on Wednesdays. And I'm still trying to get my Sunday nights together. I started a new job, so I'll be back soon. But definitely subscribe to us and follow us. Like they said, TikTok is really jumping right now. It's a lot of really fun topics. Shout out to Harley for pressing me on Facebook. I saw you posting me. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to go live. So follow us on TikTok, yo, for real. I'm trying to go live.
Is it Beeline on TikTok?
Yeah, the Beeline is Brian B. Beeline. If you type that in, I should pop up at this point.
Hey man, you guys got it, man, for real. Great show. Once again, Gucci, man, thank you for coming through on with Harley. It's been awesome having you on. Thank you. Hopefully
Come
come
back too,
for us.
bro. Yeah. You've been a lot of fun.
Definitely, come
Yeah.
back on the
Sure.
11:30 podcast beyond 11:30. So it was great, man. Once again.
Yeah, this is a good episode. We had a couple of good episodes recently. Like they've all been good, but yeah, these last ones have been real good.
Yes. Episode 6 is next Thursday. We're gonna be wrapping it up at episode 8 with the season finale. I thank everyone for tuning in to Beyond 11:30. The 11:30 podcast show returns on March 6th. And other than that, you guys, man, Talk Pro Wrestling will return this Friday. Definitely make sure you subscribe to everyone content, the Beeline Entertainment. Make sure you go get some of Harley's content, and definitely check Chanel out, the No BS Therapist. For real, it's been a great vibe here on this Thursday night. I'll see you guys next week on Beyond 11:30. For myself, Dre, aka Dre on Wells, Brian B, Chanel, Harley. Yo, until next time, we out, man. Peace.
Right.